Hi everyone, I just want to mention a few safety measures before we begin ECCA. Okay, there are 5 that I'm going to talk about. Okay, number 1, everyone is at a different level of fitness and condition. Okay, so when you're at home, you don't have to push yourself 100% all the time. Especially when you're just starting, start off with about 60-70% effort and then work your way up to 70, 80 and then to 90%. What does 60-70% look like? Well, if you are panting, if you are perspiring, it means that you are somewhat already working out. If you want to push yourself to hit that 70%, it means that you are beginning to get tired. Okay, but we're not going for 100% where you're exhausted and at the brink of collapse. Another way to know that you have hit about 70% is that the next day, some of your muscles should be aching a little bit. Okay, if you know that you're aching a little bit, not too much that you cannot do the next day's exercise, right? But ache a little bit so that you know you have pushed yourself, I would think that it's about 60-70%. Okay, if you reach a point where you can't exercise the next day, then I think you push beyond 80-90%. The second point is that do not do the exercise with furniture around you. You wouldn't know when you might slip and fall, and you might accidentally pull something along as you fall down, and then it may drop on you and it may cause more injury. Okay, so there are 2 options. One is you find a space where it is safe from furniture. The other way is that you can do it along the lift landing or the corridor or maybe at the void deck. But of course, please ask your parents for permission before you do that. The third thing I want to mention is to prevent you from falling down, please make sure you have a good grip. Okay, what this means is that some of you may have floor tiles that are very slippery, very powdery, very smooth. That's not suitable for exercise. Okay, but if you can find a spot in your house that has a good grip, right, it's not so slippery, then that is more suitable for doing these exercises. If you cannot find such a spot, yoga mats can provide that grip that you need. And if for some reason you can't get that yoga mat, then you can put on your shoes and do the workout outside near the corridor. That's fine. Lastly, please adhere to all the safety measures given by the government or by the Ministry of Education. At the point of recording, we are allowed to do exercise outside, but there are 2 points that you need to know. Number 1 is that when you're not exercising, that means when you're traveling outside, okay, you have to put on your mask. And when you're done with your exercise, you also have to put on your mask. The only time that you're allowed to bring down that mask is when you're actually doing the exercise itself. The second thing you need to note, at the point of this recording, you cannot exercise with more than 5 people in a group. Okay, that means you can pick 4 other friends and go and do some exercise together. However, unless this is necessary, I will also encourage you to try to do online exercises or do it yourself. But if you can't find the motivation to do it alone, with your parents' permission, and make sure your friends check with their parents also, yeah, then I think one option is that you can pick a few friends and then exercise outside, but adhere to the other guidelines such as the mask and the 1 meter distancing as far as you can. The last one is not so much about a safety measure, but I just want to mention that we should be considerate of our neighbours. If you're going to do some jumping or some hitting the shutter against the wall or some running about, try not to do it at night, otherwise it may disrupt the neighbours that are staying below you. The best way is to do it at the void deck or at the lift landing lobby, but still we should be mindful of the time and of the neighbours around us and how we might affect them. Okay, with this covered, alright, we shall begin the exercise. See you guys!